Hello, YouTubers. Hello, subscribers. Kisses to all of you. I don't want to take up too much of your time, so I'm going to get started. But I have to first thank all my subscribers, all the new subscribers. Kisses to all of you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for taking the time out to do that. It really means a lot to me. I'm about to reach that 3,000. And I know I mentioned the other day about other channels supporting, other channels, and some do. I know Sue Smith she's given me several shout outs, and I'm so grateful to her. And I'm sure she subscribed, but you don't know who subscribed. So basically, what I was saying was if you have a channel and you want people to support you, support those other channels that, just support other channels. That's it. It's all, we're all family. I don't want to keep harping on that. So let's move on. Oh, I do. Oh, let's see. Just a second. Into that. I won't even bring that up anymore. That has been said. Moving on. If you like me, you don't. It just depends. Kisses to all of you. Thank you for your comments. Your comments are amazing. It really has me thinking. And I love what your thoughts are, because some of you some of you have told me and have expressed to me that Meghan is royalty, that she's royalty by marriage, and she always will be, unless they divorce. I know that the United Kingdom have their set of rules, regulations, and what makes a person a royal and what makes a person not a royal. Okay? And I also know that you can call yourself a royal, but don't portray yourself as being a royal. In a sense, you don't have their attributes. You're fake and frauded, and you pretend that you are royal because you're royal by marriage, Meghan. But the blood, your actions and what you do and how you treat people lets us know that you're not a real royal. And you may be royal by marriage, but you're not royalty by any stance, and not by American people, not by the ones that think that you're a fraud. I do. I don't care what the bishop got up there and said they're now married and now she's a princess and now she's royalty. No, she's not. And I will never think of her as that. I did at one point when she first walked in and was manipulating everyone and we were believing it. At that point, I thought she was royalty, but there's nothing within her that speaks royalty. Nothing she wears, nothing she does, nothing she says is going to change my mind about that. Sorry. I have never seen a royal act the way she does. And so she's kicked out. She's a wannabe. Here we go. I'm making up my own rules. How about that? If you haven't been in the family but for 15 minutes just to get the name, that doesn't make you royalty. Just because you're the Duchess of Sussex doesn't make you royalty. Just because you married Harry doesn't make you royalty. What makes you royalty is the acts and the things that you do, how you portray yourself, how you treat those that gave you the title. Anybody can call themselves a royal if they get married into the royal family, but that doesn't mean that they portray those attributes. She is not a royal. And someone said, forget about Kelly Rowland, a comment about her being royalty. No, you can't just decide that you're a royal because you got married to a prince. No, there has got to be a something in a dictionary that defines royalty. The Wikipedia. I'm going to go there and I'm going to post it, because she walked out. She gave up her royal highness. She gave up her spot as a senior working royal. That's what it meant to her. That's what royalty meant to her. Was the only thing she wanted out of that is the status, is the gifts, is what comes along with being a royal, being globally known, having a global brand, being someone of influence, and being someone of influence and of good character, and is working in the Commonwealth and doing the work. How is she a royal and she's not even doing anything but over here pretending and faking it? I don't see her as a princess. She'll never wear a real crown. Ever. She's under others. Oh, okay. So King Charles is going to call her up. Come on, Meghan. We want you to wear a crown and a robe. Come on. And walk in the parade and be on the balcony. She won't ever set foot back up on there. She will never get back up on the balcony, even when she got back in good with the family, if she ever. She won't have that opportunity ever again. So as much as she would want us to think that she's a royal and pretending that she is at these naval places and these Kevin Costner's events and these other events, that she's some type of royal, and then representing the country of the UK with the pendant is really disgusting. It sends off mixed signals to the people, to the real royals, and to everybody around us. Oh, you're going to wear it? And then what does that mean to you? It means nothing to her. That she's faking it, and she's going to continue to fake it, but continue to be a fraud, continue to be a wannabe, and she doesn't care what we think. And no matter how much we call her out on her crapola, she will continue to pretend. And as she continues to pretend, we will continue to me personally, will constantly at this point remind us why she is not a real royal. I don't consider her that. She's not a princess. I'm going to let my daughter Kira know, as she gets older, that Meghan is not a princess. She married a prince that fell from grace, that gave up his HRHs. He did. He gave it up, but the queen was trying to hold on to it for him and said, listen, we're going to put it up for you until you get back, Harry, because we know that you're mad. And since you're mad with this tramp, we'll put it up for you because you'll be back. They walked away from royalty. You can't step down. You left. You can't be half in and half out. You can't pretend you're a royal today and then pretend that you hate them the next. She didn't invent royalty. She was on Netflix talking about colonialism. Why would you want to be attached to that type of royalty, Meghan, if they got colonialism going on? If they're the biggest racists in the world, Meghan, why would you want to be the Duke and Duchess of Sussex? That's that stupid stuff. She is not royalty. She used to be. And when I realized that this idiot was giving back the royal titles, the royalness that she was hanging on Harry's arm to get, please marry me, Harry. Please marry me, Harry. Now I didn't switch. I'll divorce you if you don't stop tripping, Harry. Now he's taking orders. Not that he was ever given them. No, he's explaining to her how royalty works, and she was sucking it in, talking about all that she was going to do, lying to the queen. And then months later, I'm out. I got what I wanted. Peace. She's royalty. No. It don't work like that. Not for me. I am truly convinced that she is not a real royal. You know how some people try to convince you that Trump didn't cause January 6th? Sorry. Okay, Trump moment. Okay? You may want to pause it. My mother, she goes to church with her friends. And most of them are Trump supporters. And she's the only little one that is not. And so the other day, they explained to her all the propaganda. She said, Tisha, they set me down and they was explaining to me what all Trump had did for the world when he was in president. I said, they said he did some great stuff, didn't they? They didn't talk about what them kids at the border being separated from them. Could you imagine? I cannot imagine. I'm trying to run from what cartels or whatever, and I got baby Kara running over here to the United States. Please let me in. Please let me in. And they take her from me. So let her die with the cartels or run over here to sanctuary. So anyway, we're trying to convince her. And they didn't get to my mom, but she, like me, understands that there probably was some good policies that he put in place. Oh, she said they hate Obama. Obama's like Antichrist. I said, he did the least. She said, but this is what she told her. She said, I saw it. And I had to tell somebody else this. I saw him do it. It's not like reading it in the paper or listening to. I saw what Donald Trump did on January 6th. I saw it with my own eyes and I heard it with my own ears. And when people are trying to convince me that that's not what I saw, it's mind-boggling. Because you can't ever take that away because I saw it. And my mom was trying to tell them that. She says, well, so are you going to tell me I didn't see what I saw? Meghan, you're going to tell us that we didn't see and hear what we heard on the Oprah show and all the rest of your trash fest? You clearly didn't want to be a part of that family anymore. So why don't you leave the titles where they should be? Because you're not a royal. When she went over there to New York City and was telling them kids how she was a princess and that mom had to remind her, you are not a princess. And stop telling my baby that you're a princess. We don't want you. That's what she said. We don't want you. Get out of here with that. She offended them by going over there wearing them expensive clothes and having her kids sit in front of her like she's some type of goddess. Keep giving her that title. It's going right here. Let's get to my story. And this title will be How Meghan is Not a Royal. And how she will never be. Not in the eyes of the American people. Not this one.
Birthday parties, Caribbean getaways, or conferences on climate change.
This is my guy.
Champion climate change when you up on private jets as much as they do.
They do come across like hypocrites. You're going to tell us to do better for the earth, let's lower emissions, and then you take a private jet. It's a 3-hour drive.
What we say, yeah. We did do what we say, no.
Not as we do.
Harry and Meghan are posers, not really royalty or reality stars.
Meghan and American. He's an American. George the Slayer, George the Giant Slayer is an American. He's an American. I like him. I do. I'm a supporter. I'm a subscriber. Hello. I am all for him. They're posers. Okay? He has told us, and I have said it, that she is not royalty. Okay? We don't see her as that. She don't amplify herself as that. She doesn't have the grace, the elegance, the whereabout, the know-how. She left too soon. She stepped down. She called it quits. She cut the umbilical cord. She was done with the royal family. She was ready over here to get over here and do what she's doing. Brand, get in front of her husband and continue to make a fool out of him. And he looks bad. It is in this last video. If you hadn't seen it, this is the moment of truth to actually see her treat him like he is not the prince. What I see is Meghan saying, don't look at him, look at me. I'm the princess. I'm the new royal. Look at me. It's all about me and my brand, not my husband. She puts him in the back and sets him aside. It started a long, long time ago, and she continues to do it. This is not about you, Harry. This has always been about me. I'm going to say it again. Harry, this has never been about you. This is about me. This is my life, what I want out of it. And this is how it's going to roll. We are going to pretend that we are Catherine and William as much as we can. I heard they got $100,000. I wouldn't have showed up for that, Meghan. You showed up for $100,000? Oh yeah, but you got to be on TV too, and they got to show you. No, they got to show you pushing your husband, the prince, the very thing that everybody wants to see. No, you think everybody wants to see you. Well, we will see you. We will. But put your husband where he needs to be and step aside. Let's go. I'm going to rewind that a little bit.
Do better for the earth. Let's lower emissions, and then you take a private
Posers.
jet. It's a 3-hour drive.
Imposter.
We did do what we say, not
Imposter. Excuse me. Look that word up in the dictionary. They're imposters. That means that they are not the real deal. They are pretending that they're something that they're not. And be aware. Red alert. They are on scene. Red alert, red alert. The imposters have come in the building. Everybody on alert. Everybody on alert. The imposters are now here. Yes, the one that is going to be walking around in front of her husband, pushing him around and telling him to sit, stand, and run, as she try to shake everybody's hand and be in the front and look for the camera. Look at me. Here I am. I'm hugging someone. I'm contributing. I'm getting paid. She only got $100,000. Thank you, subscriber, for letting me know. That is no money. Not for Meghan. Not this $1 million money-making machine. She's had to reduce herself down to $100,000 a gag. Ain't that's her wardrobe. Her wardrobe is $100,000. That ain't even gonna get her on the plane. I'm just saying. I love you guys. I do. Come on.
Harry and Meghan are posers, not really royalty or
Posers. He does say it. They're not really royalty. He says it. They're not really royals. They're posing as royals. And he sees it. I see it. Come on. Look at it. Posing as posers. I'm a royal. She left royalty when she stepped down. I'm sorry. Because I couldn't believe it. I said, Mom, she is giving up her royal status? Knowing she wasn't, because she's hanging on with it for dear life. The Duchess, the Duchess, the Duchess. Look at this. Look at Nessie. This is how she's holding on to the... She'll let Harry go before she let them titles go. And even when she let Harry go, she's still going to be calling herself the Duchess. She will never stop calling herself the Duchess. But here's where the trick lies, Meghan. You left too soon. You could have been named something else. You could have been the Cambridges. Or you could have became some other name. Some other, your Royal Highness. She like one of them people that do the stocks, and as soon as they get 10%, she gets out. I'm out. Should have stayed in there and held on to it. No, you gave up your everything that you could have been, everything that you should have been, everything that people would admire you for. We don't admire you for anything because you haven't done anything for us to admire you for. You're running out of here, trashing and bashing, and running around pretending and posing. And want us, oh, she's so old. Hail to the queen. She could have had that status over here. Even when she stepped down, she still could have had something if she had kept the connection to the royal family, if she hadn't trashed them, if she had kept the relationship going. Now she is not a royal. She is kicked out on the side of the curb. She is under others. They're scraping. And if they don't get their act together and continue to make money, they're going to end up right back over there at the UK. Or Meghan going to be living with Oprah. Her and the kids. She's doing these little $100 gigs because she needs that money. You can't tell me that in the beginning that they wasn't offering Harry and Meghan money to do these charity events, and Meghan turned them down because it wasn't enough money, because she was too busy trying to make her millions. And now that she has reduced herself down from 1 million to 100, you can't go over there to the $1 billion island anymore, Meghan. Because you're not, the only reason why you're the who's, honey, is because of your husband. Let me say that again. You are not the reason why you're in Hollywood. You're not the reason why you're this global whatever. You're not the reason, but you want to be the reason. And you're trying desperately to do that. But you are not the reason. Harry and his family is the reason. And the very thing that the very family, the thing that made you the Duchess and stopped right there, that ended it. The Duchess. I'm giving up my Royal Highness. That I wouldn't have gave that up for Oprah. I wouldn't have gave that up for California. Then look how quick she moved. She didn't even, I'm gonna say it again, didn't let the ink on the Duchess of Sussex. She didn't even let them update the royal website with Duke and Duchess of Sussex before she hit the road. I'm out. I got what I wanted. I got the Duchess. I can come over here and make all kinds of money and be famous. But first, I got to trash the family. Because I don't want people thinking that I came all the way over here and I didn't even try. It's got to be a reason why I had to leave. It was the press, suicidal, the racism, the colonialism, Catherine and William, the Queen, everybody. It was everybody else's fault. My sister said they take no responsibility, Tisha. I said they don't take responsibility for the door being broke after they know they broke it. We didn't break it. It was broke when we got here, and then it was already cracked, and we didn't break it. It came off. That's how. I didn't break the door. The door was broke. First of all, I didn't even want this door. I wanted this door. And since they didn't bring the right door, this is Meghan explaining her way out of stuff. Blaming. That's what she did. And now she's a victim. Let me tell you how she's a victim. This is not my door. This is not the door I ordered. They put the wrong door on, and then they didn't even put it in there right after she broke it. She broke it, okay? But she tries to convince you that she didn't break it, okay? Let's take it there. Let's take it. Listen, the door is broke, and it broke because of Meghan. But Meghan wants the insurance people to know that, oh, hell no. I'm the prince. I'm royalty. You were. You haven't. I didn't switch the story. You haven't been in a parade. You haven't gone to the coronation. You haven't been on the balcony. You haven't worn a crown. You didn't have her. Have you even got the opportunity before you ran out of there to even get to wear a robe? One of them ceremonial robes. Oh, the only time you got to wear the crown was that one moment, because that's how long you were over there. You only got to wear the crown for 15 minutes because you didn't even give yourself an opportunity to get in there and do it. I'm sorry, I was listening to my daughter. No, she left too soon. How is she a princess? How many times did she ride in a coach? Once or twice? When the last time she brought a crowd because she was having something? Meghan can't even have an event and people will show up. She went to go pick up an award several times. Wasn't nobody there. But no paparazzi, wasn't nobody chasing her. No one cared. She wants to be chased. So since she wants to be chased, she calls them up and tell them to chase her. No, let's go back to the insurance company with the door, okay? This is Meghan getting out of it. And this is the company paying her and getting her a whole new door. I did not pick this door. This is not the door I ordered. And now you're trying to tell me I have to pay for it? First of all, I didn't order this door. I ordered the oak with the red and the big windows, and that's not what I got. And so what you're going to do is take this back and give me what I asked for. I'm going to sue you. And then you're going to pay me for the door. Because it's not my fault. It's your fault because you ordered the wrong door. And then it's your fault that the door is broken because you were supposed to give me a new door. And I didn't break it in the first place because this door is cheap. That's why I didn't want this door. And so now it's your fault. I know I had someone come in my house and put a new AC unit. Them suckers is not cheap. And my husband was like, shoot, here we go. So we paid him a lot of money. Comes back and says, oh, it's not working or something stupid like that. I'm like, look, I done paid you some money. He said, well, I'm going to need $5,000 more. I said, listen, I'll give you $3,000, but I'm not giving you that much. That went back and forth. I said, get the hell out of my house. Made me feel like it was my fault that the AC wasn't working because I just bought that from you. Sorry. Take that story with a grain of salt. I hope that's a little bit of insight of stuff I've been dealing with at the house. But you deal with it and you move on. Honey, the groceries are coming at noon, okay?
Or reality stars, just plain wannabes.
They're losers.
And once again, the Meghan's mock the public.
Wannabe stars. They're finna get on the Kardashians. Even if they're not, they're still wannabe. Oh.
Right, what we say,
We did do what we say,
not as we do.
Harry and Meghan are posers, not really royalty or reality stars, just plain.
They're not royalties or reality stars. Dang. I asked on my video a couple of weeks ago, whatever. I said, where are they? They're not royalty. They're not celebrities. They're in between. They're not even in between. They're under other. They don't know where to put them. Oh my God. They don't know where to put Meghan and Harry. They don't have a place. They don't belong over there in the UK. They don't belong over there in Celebrityville because they have they ain't not doing anything to be over there but conning. Conning, like that Family Guy said, yeah, just put the millions over there with the rest. They ain't doing nothing to make the money, but making it. Yeah, they have to get up off their butt now and start mingling with, pretending like they're mingling with, I don't know what their strategy is, but they're under others, in between, and nowhere. Meghan looks weird running around going to these concerts and jockeying for whatever. It's stupid. She's out there dancing, and maybe she should just stick to something like this. Don't go too far out. I don't know, because people are talking about the way she danced. I could care less. No. They're others. They're not royalty. This is a challenge to get people to see that we don't see her as royalty. Do you see people out there with a flag talking about, here they come? In New York City, did you see anybody down there? Did you see the Success Squad? I didn't see no one. Okay? But when William, and I'll post that picture of his crowds, Obi Scobie, let me show you how powerful William is. So since you keep getting confused, he is going to be powerful. He's already powerful and will continue to grow that power, idiot. See, you know that stuff is coming over there from Meghan and Harry. They say that stuff. He wants power. Jealous? Are you jealous? You got this, look, unhealthy ambition. She called it. That's what she called it in her Spotify. They mistake it for ambition. What's wrong with ambition? No, you're a con artist. You got the story wrong, Meghan. You're a manipulative con artist that is desperate, and you look really ridiculous right now. She does. I'm sorry. It looks jokey. It does. She's smiling from here to here. She puts on that fake smile. Listen, Catherine changes expressions. That's how you know there's genuine there. She's engaged with her face expressions when she's talking to you, when she's listening. There's different expressions. Meghan's just got that stupid smile on her face. I'm just so happy to be here. And she puts it on as soon as she comes out. No, that's all I remember when I see her out is that smile. I'm just like, what is you smiling about? I used to think in the beginning and I moved on from the subject. I used to think in the beginning that her smile she was just so excited to be there and grateful for all that, the royals were doing for her. And I was like, wow, she's really working it. She's doing it. She's out there with Elizabeth they're doing their royal engagement. She's on the stage with William and Catherine. They're building something together. I said, this is going to work out really good.
Wannabes.
They're losers.
And once again, the Meghan's mock the public.
Wait, he said something
Why?
there,
What we
idiot.
say, yeah. We did do
They're-
what we say, no.
Not as we do.
Harry and Meghan are posers. Not really royalty or reality stars. Just plain wannabes.
They're losers.
And once again,
Losers.
the Meghan's mock the public. On one
They're losers. I've never known a royal to be a loser. You? Andrew ain't no loser. Losers.
hand pretending to be eco-warriors, and on the other taking private jets to birthday parties, Caribbean getaways, or conferences on climate change.
Caribbean
Wallace and
getaways.
her-
Caribbean getaways. Oh, they went to the billionaires. They go where the billionaires go to get away from the millionaires. Some stupid stuff like that. She gonna have to do a lot more of them gigs then. She gonna have to do a lot. I call them gigs because they're not royal events. It's not a royal moment. Meghan's stupidity over here making a fool out of herself in front of the American people, walking around like she was born a royal. Come on. She turns it on and she turns it off. And when it's on, it looks like she turned it on. It looks weird. You're not royal. Now we know that you were over there faking the whole time when you were walking next to Harry or walking next to Queen Elizabeth, that you really wasn't doing it. Because you're not doing it over here. No one's watching. Okay. 250 people. Oh, that's a lot of people. But I just don't understand where is the people that's supposed to be supporting these two? Because that speaks volumes. If you're popular and powerful, Obi Scobie, like William is and will continue to be, when you have an entourage of people following you, and not just that, he's coming to town and they come out on the street and celebrate you. Meghan and Harry is working overtime trying to fix their image. And at the same time try to outdo the real royals. And they can't. There's no competition there. And when you try to be in competition with someone that you shouldn't even be in, you fail. I hear a little bit.
West Coast regular talk a really good game. But at the end of the day, it's all just make-believe. Meghan shows off her red poppy in the U.S. Her sister Samantha returned.
They're losers.
And once again, the Megans mock the public. On one hand, pretending to be eco-warriors, and on the other, taking private jets to birthday parties, Caribbean getaways, or conferences on climate change. You got Walmart Wallace and her West Coast regular talk a really good game. But at the end of the day, it's all
He
just...
called her Walmart Wallace. That's where she comes from. Nope. You wouldn't see that now. Her $5,000 outfits and $20,000 outfits and people that's barely paying their rent, that's looking for money. These veterans, they're not these rich people. First of all, they got to come back and start a new life with PSD and all of this other stuff with mental health. And she over there like she cared. That's what princesses and royalty do. They pretend. I mean, here's the deal. I don't care if she's on paper considered a royal. That don't mean nothing to me. And yes, she will be in the history books. But not on a good note. She'll be the idiot that turned it down. She'll be in that category. Did it work for Wallace and them? Why would it work for her? Oh, okay. Maybe different era?
Meghan shows off her red poppy in the U.S. Her sister Samantha returns to court seeking justice in the hearing. Well, he snubbed the king.
Sister Samantha. Now, me and my subscribers, we realize that her father has created this, and I have to be careful that I don't create this too at home. Because I don't want nobody that's thinking that way, the way Meghan is thinking. I can't have one of them childs. I was thinking of something. Carol was pulling my hair yesterday, and I just kind of let her do it. No big deal, you know. And just kind of gradually tell her, you can't pull mommy hair, it hurts. And then she started softening it up. I don't know why I switched to that subject. Let's get back on topic. I had a point, but I don't feel like talking about it. Let's get back. And not that I don't feel like talking about it.
Playing the
I
clown.
gotta go soon.
You know, the couple keep complaining and asking why no one takes them seriously.
Sorry.
But I promise you this, we know exactly who they are.
Sir, your millions from Netflix for no one knows what.
Put it with the rest of them.
Babe, time to do our daily 250,000.
Sorry. He said, I want to get through the video, and I know sometimes I veer off, so the reason why I don't want to veer off right now is I do got to get back to a little bit. But moving on. And I haven't even, this video is 12 minutes, and I haven't even gotten started. I've been talking too much. Let's get to it. I wanted to say something about this piece, but then he tells us, he says, this is who they are. And then he shows the Family Guy. He says, this is who Meghan and Harry is. And then he shows them on the beach in lawn chairs, drinking their little, talking about throwing the money over there. This is who they are. They're not royalty. Royalty don't act like this.
Harry and Meghan are posers. Not really royalty or reality stars. Just plain wannabes.
They're losers.
And once again, the Megans mock the public. On one hand, pretending to be eco-warriors, and on the other, taking private jets to birthday parties, Caribbean getaways, or conferences on climate change. You got Walmart Wallace and her West Coast regular talk a really good game. But at the end of the day, it's all just make-believe. Meghan shows off her red poppy in the U.S. Her sister Samantha returns to court seeking justice in the hearing. Well, he snubbed the king playing the clown. You know, the couple keep complaining and asking why no one takes them seriously. But I promise you this, we know exactly who they are.
Sir, your millions from Netflix for no one knows what.
Put it with the rest of them.
Babe, time to do our daily $250,000 sponsored Instagram post for Del Taco.
Meghan and Harry stars fade and
Thank you.
fast, and they only have themselves to blame. Take this last week. You had the problem prince and his California pride met with military veterans and their families in San Diego.
This is the raddest thing ever. You want to go see? You want to go see your mommy? You want to run over there? You're talking to the prince. My family is talking to the prince, guys.
No, not that one. He's infected.
I gotta say, California.
Okay. So there's a clip going around where they see Meghan and Harry getting into a car. And this gentleman is filming them and is so excited to see the prince. He didn't mention Meghan's name, did he? He didn't say, there's Meghan and Harry. No. And that's no. No. That's no. Sorry. Woo! No. They called Harry's name. I've been preaching it. Ain't nobody looking at Meghan over here. We don't care. She's a D-lister actress. She's not a royal. Just because she's the Duchess didn't make her overnight. And it did. But she let it go. Talked about that in the beginning. Since she's decided to step down as a royal, we don't see her as royalty. She sees herself as that. But she's pissed off because they're not saying, Meghan, Meghan. When she's by herself, they may do that. But when they see them together, they're looking for Harry. He's the prince. Yes, he will always be royalty. Harry, I said that. He will always be, even when he decides to, even as he has kicked himself out of the family, out of the royals, even though he no longer can use your Royal Highness. I wouldn't have gave that up for nothing. You know what? I got to digress a little bit. I bet the Queen was disappointed in Harry because how dare you turn down something that is so privileged to have? It's an honor to be Your Highness. It is an honor to be in this family. It is an honor. It's more than just being born in the royal family, Harry. It's more than just you. All this is you. This is you. You couldn't find a better way to bring you out. This is the way you bring. You were born into something that was so prestigious that a lot of people would love to have had that opportunity. And so for you and Meghan to just throw it back in the Queen's face as if it wasn't nothing, it was probably insulting to her. I would have been insulted in every which way that this woman came up in my house. I gave her millions, treated her like one of my own, and then she decides to take one of my babies out of the kingdom for her own personal gain. Didn't give a dang, I want to say that other word, about anyone but herself. No one. She didn't think of Harry. She didn't think of anybody. She didn't even think of her husband, what it would do to him and his life. No, it's about Meghan. It was so easy for her to, we're stepping down. No, it was easy for her to do that because she had no idea the meaning and the whole concept of being a royal. That she could just flick it up and just give it away. I'm out. You've been given an opportunity. You've been given this once in a lifetime opportunity and you squandered it and you treated it like crap and you treated the people that gave it to you like crap. And that's the pain. That would be my pain. But then they go out and they do stupid stuff like this and they become clowns. And so it is karma in a sense. But I do believe, Harry, that in the Queen's last days, you gave her hell. Hell. After she accepted your Jezebel. They accepted her. They accepted her. Then he goes and changes the story. They didn't. Oh, okay. I didn't know they could do both.
Is the only place I know that they throw parades even for court jesters. Later in the day, the D-list Hollywood wannabe went into wardrobe.
I told you, D-list wannabe. D-list one. Oh, I done broke the fan. Okay. D-list wannabe. That's who we see. That's who she is over here. She is not a princess. Sorry.
On the set of a film. Yep, that's right. She put on a $5,000 suit for a ribbon cutting ceremony for a new Navy SEAL rehab center. And then she claimed center stage in front of Harry's back of the bus.
What? He's showing the video. She comes out first, like she's a veteran. It's crazy. Like Raquel said, I'm a veteran, and this is disgusting. She didn't say that, but I'm adding that to her. It's comical because she's walking out. She's walking out just like she was walking in that Invictus parade. Remember the Invictus parade when she had on them shorts and she was walking out there like it was about her? Here's my moment. Get ready, Meghan. So that's how she was walking out in this moment. And Harry's behind her. He's behind her. Her husband is talking to the gentleman. She interrupts to make him get in his spot so he'll know where he needs to stand. I think she was trying to let Harry know, listen, when you get through talking to him, you stand right here. Don't stand in front of me because you know you might forget. I just got through telling you that man that was hollering, there's the Prince Harry, there's Prince Harry. He did not mention Meghan. They're not there to see Meghan. And she hates it. They will always be there to see your husband because he's a prince. He is royalty. And he can make that $100 every now and then. He might be able to. That's it. Ain't no millions being thrown. And I'm sure Meghan had a list of demands. I'm in the front. You can't cut the scissors. I bet you she was pissed off by that. Let me keep going, guys. I got to get done with this. Because I can go on.
But what's much worse than Harry's sourpuss is that both he and the hater decided to put on their new Royal British Legion.
He and the royal hater. Excuse me. George. Thank you, George. The royal hater. The royal hater. The royal hater. Meghan, he just said, was the royal hater. You and your royal hater. Oh, okay, she loves them. She's over there letting them see the kids. She's over there hanging out and, everything. She's not putting out stupid statements. Talking about them. Oh, okay. She loves her in-laws. She hates them. She's jealous of them. She can't stand them. You remember when she went to that wedding, Eugene, or one of their weddings, and she was pregnant and made an announcement during the pregnancy, and then the lady on The View was like, There wasn't anything wrong with that. I said, no, she's stupid. This is not your moment. I know that much. Sit down. I was gonna say something, but I'm not. So let's keep going.
Poppies for U.S. veterans. See, we don't wear them for Veterans Day, which was this last weekend. We wear them for Memorial Day. But the question is, did he mark this weekend's occasion? Did he remember the 104th Remembrance Day and decide to honor the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth's British brave veterans?
No, he didn't.
Absolutely not.
He didn't say a word. He was signed the 104th Remembrance Day and decide to honor the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth's British brave veterans.
Absolutely not.
He didn't say a word. He was silent as a mouse and showed no respect, which proved to us one more time where Harry's true loyalties really do lie.
Now,
well, behind every joke, there's some truth.
this is the moment when Harry was in line begging the producer from Disney to give Meghan a job. That's how I know that everywhere they go, they're out there begging for work and begging for people and saying, Harry, you're the prince, so you do all the work. They actually was in line. He shows this all the time on his video. I'm going to post it. You guys got to watch this for yourself so you can get the full effect. I'm going to put it on my community. I know I say things. I'm going to put this on here. And I'm like, did I do that? I'm going to do this one. I'm going to put it on there. But this right here is, he wraps it up and he says it very quickly. So you got to catch it because you'll miss it. I usually do. But no, forgot what I was saying, but let's move on.
Do as we say, not as we do, couple. Keep digging the hole that much deeper. And I gotta say, in my opinion, there's no end in sight. They're not stopping. Because the Meghans are there.
I like him because I say the same thing. I thought that they would have stopped by now. I thought when they said that they were going to stop trashing the royal family, I thought that they really meant that. He said, they're never going to stop. It's going to continue forever. Meghan is relentless. She is not going to stop at every given chance to try to show the royals being mean to her. But as she continues to play that game, she is the one that looks mean. And I don't know why she doesn't see that, but okay. Come on.
We say, not as we do, couple. Keep digging
See, as
the
we
hole
do,
that
yeah.
much deeper. And I gotta say, in my opinion, there's no end in sight. They're not stopping. Because the Meghans are their own worst enemies. Harry and Meghan accused of eco-hypocrisy for flying the Katy Perry gig on private jet, saving the planet one Katy Perry concert at a time. See what happens in Vegas? Doesn't always stay in Vegas, especially when it comes to She Who Must Be Obeyed and her ginger handbag.
Ginger handbag. Harry is her handbag. Accessory.
While Walmart Wallace wobbled in place to what she calls dancing, Harry showed his true face. Has anyone started to notice how
always he ain't even hiding no more?
There's a little bit of slack in his string, or the cameras aren't paying attention to him, he'll share his real feelings. That doesn't look like a very happy man. Definitely not the one who keeps telling the world he's head over heels in love. In my opinion,
no, he's gone.
For the rocks. I mean, seriously, what's holding it together? Silly string, jealousy, envy, and greed. That's it. The Perry concert is no different. It's just one more example of Harry being.
He broke it down. He said greed, envy.
She calls dancing. Harry showed his true face. Has anyone started to notice how a particular finger puppet, anytime he thinks there's a little bit of slack in his string, or the cameras aren't paying attention to him, he'll share his real feelings. That doesn't look like a very happy man. Definitely not the one who keeps telling the world he's head over heels in love. In my opinion, their relationship is headed for the rocks. I mean, seriously, what's holding it together? Silly string, jealousy, envy, and greed.
He said silly string. What's holding their marriage together? Silly string. That is a very weak string. He said envy, jealousy, is all of that holding them together? What's holding these two together? One of my subscribers said that money issue is where everything is going to start falling apart. That's whenever, yeah, because you can hold it up, but Meghan and that money, and she's spending 5,000 shirts, and maybe these people are lending her their clothes.
That's it. The Perry concert is no different. It's just one more example of Harry being miserable.
What?
Whenever the pair aren't posing for pictures, the truth always comes out. Everything else from the Meghans is pure plain pretend. Just like Harry's trying to heal the planet.
As we sit here today, our world is on fire. Again.
It's like people only do things because they get paid.
I guess the fire hasn't reached all the way to the Montecito Manipulator's California chicken coop.
And this crisis will only grow worse.
Yeah, well, that's just like, your opinion, man.
The Meghans keep making history, but I'm not talking the good kind. And this time, they've redefined the word hypocrite.
One of my subscribers left a really great post. I think I'm going to go ahead and pin it. She said that they will be in the history books. Their legacy will be in there. It will. And it's unfortunate how it will be in there. It really will. It's a really good post. I'm going to pin it. I like pinning posts. Sometimes I'll pin one and I'll pin another one. Don't get offended. They're all at the top. Okay. So, and I have a lot of comments. I do. You guys really work it. Thank you. But the comments are wonderful. You guys really need to dive into them.
99% of my life traveling the world by commercial. Occasionally there needs to be an opportunity based on a unique circumstance to ensure that my family are safe.
You liar!
Of course, keeping one's...
That's an excuse for him to do it. That's Meghan's excuse. She thinks she's more important than... Meghan thinks she's more important than Joe Biden in terms of comparison, since she likes to compare things. She tried to compare her racism to Wadey Katie, which had nothing to do with nothing, because there wasn't any racism. Just like the door. She broke the door, but no, she didn't. I went too deep. Yeah. No, I forgot.
Occasionally there needs to be an opportunity based on a unique circumstance.
Yeah, there it is. She thinks she's important. She thought that she should have had the New York City car chase, the 2-hour car chase. She thought she should have had a convoy like she did for this last New York trip. She said, I'm going to get it together this time. We're going to have police escort. We're going to do it. We're going to show them how we're supposed to have it done. But once again, even in that 7-car convoy that she did, no one was chasing them and no one was outside greeting them. Unlike William came to town, took a jog through Central Park and no one touched him. How embarrassing. He talked about that last time too. You got to check out that video I did of him. I like him. He gives me a lot of stuff. Let me put this down. First glass, probably won't even finish it. Like I said, I'm out of my little beer. And this is a little stronger than beer. So anyway, she thinks she's more important than any and everyone. And she needs a private jet. She needs security, 24-hour security. She needs this and that and this and that. And they may very well need that, but they need to pay for that too. Because these are the decisions that they made. And now we're responsible for those decisions that they made. Oh, we taxpayers are supposed to be paying for their security. Oh, hell no. Take your ass back over there if you, excuse my language, take yourself back over there if you can't handle it. You said you could do it. Sorry, I did take it to a different place. But no, this is her trying to be more important than her D-list status. No, your husband is the one that needs the security. They're looking at Harry. Harry is the son of a king. And if anything happens to him, all hell would break loose. And so I know the king has his eye on idiot over here. He has to. Uh-oh. Okay, let's keep going.
To ensure that my family are safe.
You liar!
Of course, keeping one's family safe is a justifiable reason. If that's actually true. I mean, take a look at these. This is a long list of examples just over the last few years of them taking private jets. And we're not talking for anything else but their pleasure. And I guarantee you, not once did they fly in or out of a war zone. One more thing. There were no squadron of paparazzi chasing them. The reason I'm taking a little bit...
He said they ain't flying in and out of a war zone. Oh, God. Honey, is she asleep?
Of extra time focusing on their private jets and their hypocrisy is because focusing on their leisure travel versus the lectures, how they tell everyone else to live, brings into crystal clear focus exactly who these people are, especially after this week when the King and Queen flew commercial going to Kenya.
Royal engagement.
Mr. and Mrs., we want to have our cake and eat it too, are going to have to come to a decision. Either A, stop preaching to everyone, or B, come clean. Just admit to the planet who they are. Say simply, we are a pair of pampered, overprivileged, silver spoon pajama babes, and we're going to do whatever we want. At least that would be honest. And if nothing else, it would be more authentic than Harry trying to hide his hatred inside a comedy skit.
As someone who never gets scrutinized, I haven't even had to prepare much. But out of an abundance of caution, I have been working on this particular act for quite some time, and everyone I know tells me it's perfect. And no, these aren't people who just tell me what I want to hear.
Yes, they do.
These are people like my finance manager, my lawyer, and of course, my Reiki healer.
What's that in the background?
Looks like the spare is auditioning for the role of a fool in the future court of King William. The sad truth is quite different and not so funny. Prince Harry attempts to overshadow King's speech by releasing new gag-filled video. You and I have seen this play before many times. You take a member of the royal family, they hold an event, and boom! All of a sudden you have this ginger jack-in-a-box pop up, or his hateful other half, a hungry eagle alert, stop to steal the spotlight.
My lords and members of the House of Commons.
And right on cue, not...
Don't he just sounds like a king? You know, his voice. I could listen to it all day long. I don't know, he's been practicing or whatever, but he sounds like a king. I mean, he sounds like his voice could actually just put you to sleep. Like he's just got, in a good way. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but let me tell you something. I do believe you guys are very lucky to have King Charles as your king, because he's doing exactly what his mom would want him to do. Serve, take care of the people, and that's exactly what he continues to do. Hail to the king. And Harry can't take his spot. Sorry. He is so much more important than him. These are wannabe. They want the power, as you can see. The very thing that they complain about and whine about is the very thing that they want. They want us to shut up talking, but they want to take over the media so they can pump this craziness into us. Harry's not funny. Sorry, I missed the joke. It was just, hopefully they had that laugh in the background to help.
15 minutes before the King's speech,
I want to hear him say it again.
His comedy clip.
I want to hear the king say it again.
You take a member of the royal family, they hold an event, and boom! All of a sudden you have this ginger jack-in-a-box pop up, or his hateful other...
I didn't listen to this before. Not all of it, just some of it. And I knew I wanted to do him. So sorry. Ginger Jack in a Box. I hope I remember. Let me write that down, because that's going to be my title. The Ginger Jack in the Box. Okay? Sometimes I forget the title, and once I listen to it, then I'll go back and change it. So sometimes that's why it looks like it's another video, and it's not. I just changed the name. So sorry about that. Okay. I want to hear King Charles speak
The
again. I don't
sound
want
is
to miss
quite
it.
different and not so funny. Prince Harry attempts to overshadow King's speech by releasing new gag-filled video. You and I have seen this play before many times. Take a member of the royal
I got her some muffins. She was out.
family. They hold an event and boom, all of a sudden you have this ginger jack in a box pop up, or his hateful other half, a hungry eagle alert, stop to steal the spotlight.
Pop up with his other half. Boop. Ginger jack in the box. Boop. Imagine it. I did.
This play before many times. You take a member of the royal family, they hold an event, and boom, all of a sudden you have this ginger jack in a box pop up, or his hateful other half, a hungry eagle alert, stop to steal the spotlight.
My lords and members of the House of Commons.
And right on cue, not
his voice. You know, when I get out here, I'm going to go listen to his speech, the whole speech. Like, he commands a room. Like, he's speaking.
15 minutes before the king's speech, a problem prince releases.
Problem.
Thank you for
A problem prince. And then he speeds it up. So see if you can hear what this is Harry talking. So see if you can hear it. Understand what he's saying. Pop up problem prince.
My lords and members of the House of Commons.
And right on cue, not 15 minutes before the king's speech, a problem prince releases his comedy clip.
Thank you for having me to this splendid evening, celebrating our incredible veterans. It's okay. I got this. Our military community is special.
What's even worse is that in that video, Harry once again displayed his red poppy and a chest full of his most notable awards. All except one. One was missing, the one his father gave him, the King's Coronation Medal.
You know, this is what happens to me. Like, I heard that he didn't wear it, but I was like, you know what, so? That was my first thought. I was like, so that's him being stupid, and I'm just gonna move on. And I keep hearing it, and I keep hearing it, and I didn't heard it again, and now I have to have an opinion. You know, I don't know why he is trying to diss his dukeness. Because remember when Harry, a long time ago, when he said this stupid stuff, I want the family, not the institution. Come to find out he wants the institution. Because they were trying to give him the family, and him and Meghan started complaining about it and was like, no, we want to be on the balcony, but you said you didn't want the institution. No, we want the robe and the crown. I want to wear the same crown I had for my wedding. But you don't want the institution. You want the family. And so they give you the family. Nope, you don't want that. They're mistreating you. And then I took it too far. But I wanted to say that because I remember that piece. Now I'm going back to the medal. That he pledged himself to his father. If he was going to be a DICK about things, I said I was going to stop saying nasty words. So I thought I'd just spell it about it. Then why even go to the coronation? Why even say that you even give yourself to your father and that you're going to, support him from afar? Because you lied. You were never going to support your family. You haven't been supporting them since you've been over here. You've been trashing them. So why would anything change after the coronation that you said that you were going to support? How is someone charitable when they don't even support what their family is doing, which is good for the community of the UK? Why would Harry and Meghan say something negative about the Kenya event in a statement? How the royals are trying to cover up from the Kenya moment, as if it didn't go good. But they're about charity. They're about people's mental health. They're about giving and doing. But you would disparage and say something nasty about an event that your father was on, because that's how jealous and envy you guys are. And it reeks of it because you're talking too much. And now you look like two jealous idiots trying to, oh, let's have our own moment. And it is so, ooh, it's jokeable. You're going to land yourself right back on seeing SNL, Family Guy, and all of them looking stupid. Because Meghan has you looking that way because she's the one that's telling him to do all this stuff. She's been telling him to do it since they've been over here. That's the interesting part about the whole situation. And he does it like a dum-dum. So, for whatever dumb reason, he doesn't wear this medal that he said he was going to support his father. And why wouldn't you? Wouldn't that be a sign of peace? Wouldn't that be a sign of him trying to, connect with his family? No, he's not trying to connect with his family. And my concern, he's trying to say, I don't want to be a part of that anymore. I'm taking that off. Apparently, there's something wrong with it for him not to wear it. So this is my take on it. Like, okay, so if you don't want to be a part of the family, then why are you talking about invitations and all of that in the mail? We didn't get an invitation. So, and if you had got one, how would that have went? Stupid too. Thinking that you guys are more powerful than them. Still blackmailing the royal family, still treating them and trashing them, just like George the Giant Slayer said. He said they will continue to do it. They will never stop. Obi Scobie book is about to come out that Meghan just wrote. And this is what I don't understand. As Meghan continues to trash a family that is taking care of their countrymen and doing everything to prove to the world that they are not what this idiots are over here saying about them and how they're treating them, they continue to be silent and continue to just move on and continue to do the work. And these two are so jealous of them that they're writing a book about them because Meghan still has something to say. And how does anything that the royals have going on have to do with Meghan and Harry at all? What does Meghan and Harry have to do with the royal family at all at this point if they have decided to separate? No, it is them that wants to continue to be attached and continue to bully and mistreat and do what they want to do because they know that that connection keeps them in the news. But not just that. As they just continue and continue and continue to trash their family, and their family continue to try to figure out what the hell did they ever do to these two to deserve the vitriol. Oprah, ask your two lovebirds over there, Harry and Meghan, and Jack in a Box. Ask them, what is the fascination that they cannot just shut up about the royals and try to fix their stuff? Because it's impossible. Because how are the royals messing with Meghan all the way over there? And years later, after all that they done, Meghan felt the need to put out a statement that she didn't get invited. So what the hell would? I wouldn't invite you either. And what they have told you, come when you want to. Just let us know and we'll make arrangements. They are not keeping them out of the kingdom. Meghan wants us to believe that they're keeping them out of the kingdom. That keeps the story for her going on, that they don't want her over there. And why would I take my kids over there? They don't want me over there anyway. See, they didn't even invite me to the party. That's that Meghan psychological stupid stuff. And if you listen to her, you will be sucked in just like the insurance company with the door. She is a good manipulator, con honors. She used practical things that she needs, like security, and turns it into everybody else's problem. Yep. She took a situation about her father and made it Queen Elizabeth's problem, Philip's problem, William's problem, the world's problem. She, That's what she does. Go after those people that did me wrong as they continue to be silent and don't say anything to her and continue to look like champions. She hates them on a level that is out of this world. And I'm starting to believe that because of the blank, non-existent, stupid attacks. It is so childish. And then she went after the New York Times. We didn't tell you that. She blamed them first. Look at the blame. The blame. Okay, hold on. I heard someone say mommy.
And if that wasn't bad enough,
go.
an hour later, the Meghan spokesman tried to salt the wound. The rift in the royal family could not be wider. Royal experts slam Harry and Meghan's inappropriate timing after a couple insisted they were snubbed by King over his birthday party. On the same day, he took center stage at state opening of Parliament. Can you imagine that? People who slam their own
did it on the same day he had his speech. But she's in that same speech, she says that you're just trying to distract from Kenya. What are you trying to distract from, Meghan? Why are you trying to take the king's moment away at a moment that he is speaking and talking? You're so disrespectful. And you're not on the same playing field as the royals. So you need to get off the boat and stop competing with them because they are crushing you. You're not. You're not on the same playing field, and you're not even in competition. They are not messing with you. Get it out of your head. Get out of there. Leave them alone before you destroy the rest of whatever you have, because the reason why you're in this situation right now is because of the Oprah show. Listen, I don't care what psychic, I don't care what legal entities, I don't care what anyone in the world says. I am convinced and convicted in my conviction that because of what she did on the Oprah show is the reason why she will never be. And so if that is the case, and you continue down this rabbit hole of this kind of vitriol, Oprah, this is vitriol. Do you hear them saying anything? But Meghan will tell you, we got a text from William. William and them ain't talking to you. They already know that whatever they say to you, you're going to let everyone know. So it's very limited to conversation. She kicked herself. Listen, watch this video twice. I know it's long.
Family air dirty laundry at the very moment.
Not because I need views
time of their
or
life.
want
This
them.
is the first time the king was speaking to Parliament. But do we expect anything different? Mr. and Mrs. Has-Been, Never Was, never miss a chance to leave.
Just watch it twice, because I've said a lot of stuff in it, and I think I put my heart and soul into this one. I really feel that, because there's some key things that I have learned about her that's making me understand that she will never be anything but this D-list actress. And she even, in my mind, the way she acts, I think that she believes it too. And that for some odd reason, she's trying to prove that she's not. But she missed the boat with her ambition.
Leave leave their sticky fingerprints on any moment that isn't dedicated to the worship of them. And yet they still ask, why do people keep making fun of them?
How dare you, sir?
South Park was the first to rattle the Megans.
Sir, your millions from Netflix for no one knows what.
Family Guy was second to turn up the heat. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle in full panic mode after disaster. The worm has definitely turned against the Montecito merchandisers in America. The couple were caught flat-footed after the episode's savage attack. Which begs the question, does anybody think that Harry and his other hateful half are going to mend their ways? You think they're going to learn their lessons?
Do anyone believe, I'm gonna respond to him and I'm gonna give him a super sticker, that do anyone out there believe that they will ever change, they will ever fix their ways, or that they will ever take accountability, that they would say, first of all, they got to change the trajectory first. And since they haven't done that, there's never going to be accountability, because that road that they still go down hasn't turned the corner at all. They are still trashing the royal family constantly, on a constant basis. They have a whole team of people that do it, and they don't come out and talk against it. They know the Sussex Squad. They are very familiar with them. And it is unbelievable. But it's not that they praise her. Fine, let them do that for you and think that you're the goddess. But I would probably have condemned them and say, please stop talking about my in-laws. Please stop talking about my sister. If she had came out and said something on behalf of Samantha and said, on behalf of her sister, and said, listen, I know that me and my sister are not speaking, but please don't attack her. No. But she wanted the royal family to do that for her. And since they didn't do that, they fed her to the wolves. That's that insurance stuff. That's that stupid stuff. The manipulation of it all. It's scary because you can believe it. It's very subtle not to, because Meghan takes things that she needs and becomes a victim to it. Security. I need this. I need a private jet because my kids are safer on a private jet. I'm safer on a private jet. So I need this. I'm different from you. Why? Why are you different from me? I mean, I know that you probably need a little bit more security than me. That's it. Meghan has taken this thing to another dimension of, and she's got in her own head that she's the queen. Okay?
Turn a new leaf? Yes. No.
Instead,
we got the Duke of Do Nothing, who once again wants to return back to the UK. Well, while he's busy trying to look for an escape hatch, someone else who's tired of being stepped on.
Duke and Duchess of Do Nothing. I'm going to save this video and I'm going to use this for my titles. I hope you don't mind.
Once again decided to step up and start fighting back.
According to the suit, Samantha's team is arguing that Meghan's on-camera comments on the Oprah Winfrey program and on her Netflix docuseries hurt the sales of Samantha's book by spreading malicious, hurtful, and damaging lies.
Samantha Markle has a lot of courage.
Told you. The Oprah Winfrey Show. I told my sister, I said and I know you've heard this before, she removed the video. She's trying to hide it. She doesn't want to be associated with Meghan's lies. I need a copy. I wonder, can I go to CBS and get a copy? That was public information. I get that it's not anywhere to be found, but I'm going to check. Paula M be over there investigating everything. I do believe that she be all up in it. And, kudos to her. Some of that information is, I don't care. But what's interesting, what I love about it, is that at some point it will come out. And then like the baby, like she talks about that over there. And I'm like, okay, well, we'll see. But anyway, that was not why I brought her up. It was some other, I was giving her props. But
she went to that federal courthouse in Tampa, Florida all alone.
She does a lot of research. She will call Parliament. She'll call the kingdom. She'll call over there and ask questions and see how far she gets. And she's doing good with her channel. Congratulations. Let's move on.
And I gotta say, that's no easy feat for someone suffering from multiple sclerosis. Samantha is a true warrior and someone who is dedicated to seeing that justice is done and righting a wrong.
Thank God we have the Constitution, and I think I was raised a lawyer, but more than that, I have the truth, and God is watching me.
I don't think it really matters how long it takes, how many times she has to go to court, or how...
Out of all that we talked about, and Harry has court cases, and Meghan has court cases. I'm just going to put it like that. They both have court cases. He's running around trying to sue everybody to stop talking about his wife. And she's being sued for defamation. That lets you know that she goes around talking about people and trashing people. She should just shut up. Just shut up. And if all of them could sue, they probably would.
Many roadblocks are thrown up in her way. Samantha is on a mission to clear her name and to unmask Meghan's true face to the world. And maybe this time she's going to win, especially now that the monarchy isn't covering for Princess Pinocchio anymore.
Wow.
That means Meghan.
Which is interesting. Were they covering before? And that was the reason why, you know, it got dismissed in the beginning? No. Ooh, that would be interesting, because you would think they've always been trying to protect these two. But look at Harry suing all these entities. They told Harry to shut up, and he just
is all alone. They say blood is thicker than water. But to the Meghans, they trade away all of their family for a few more front page headlines and a fully fueled hawker on a mission to clear her name and to unmask Meghan's true face to the world. And maybe this time she's going to win, especially now that the monarchy isn't covering for Princess Pinocchio anymore. That means Meghan is all alone. They say blood is thicker than water. But to the Meghans, they trade away all of their family for a few more front page headlines.
They traded their family for money. They traded their family for celebrity. They traded their family for everything that she's doing. Everything.
And a fully fueled Hawker 800 jet. Fortunately, the great news is, in a world of Meghans, there's always a Princess Catherine to light the way. She even goes to help a young boy who fell off his bike.
Catherine. Like I said earlier, Catherine has real, genuine faces that she makes. She's not acting. She went and helped this little boy that fell. Stopped what she was doing and was like, let me help this little boy up. Meghan would have kept going. Remember that one scene when the little baby had Down syndrome and she was like pushing the baby off of her? And then Harry came over there to help her push the baby away and was like, no. I knew then Harry was losing it. Like, that's a baby. And yeah, they don't like you either. Don't touch me. That's how she was doing it. No. You look back over her life as a royal, you see why she wasn't going to make it. She wasn't really trying after a while anyway. She didn't care. She was finna go. But when she got in front of that camera, it was lights, camera, action. I'm ready. No, she'll never be a Catherine. She'll never be a queen. She'll never be a royal. She will always be that D-lister that we met long, long time ago before Harry. That person. And that's where we should still know her. I just do believe that. I think she would be likable. I think she would offer more to society. Because tragedy after tragedy after tragedy has happened with her. Watch the video again and you'll see all the tragedies I know this is a long video, and I'm not saying to watch it because I want views. No, listen to it again, just because. Anyway, moving on. Almost done. This is Catherine singing about the boy.
If you enjoyed the video and found value in it, hit the subscribe button, leave your thoughts in the comments down below, and share with everyone you know. And if you want to win every battle and stay true to yourself, all you have to remember is, we never bow down, we never bend the knee. Always forward.
Ooh, I like him. He's great. Listen, guys, have a wonderful Sunday. I'm going to go see what fun things I can do with Kira, and I hope that you enjoy this video. And don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. And please, please leave your comments. I love them. They strike up a conversation. They allow me to elaborate on what I'm talking about and what I'm doing. And I'm so appreciative of all the love. Thank you, guys. Good night.